Hello, namaste. Hope this finds you well and life is looking after you. I'm inviting you to join me for a gentle yoga practice. Feel though that throughout the practice, if you need to pause or adapt, or even to miss a particular posture, that's really okay, so that you're starting to listen to that inner teacher inside. When our body says no, it's protecting you. So when you're listening to that, what's wonderful about this recorded process is nobody's watching. You can switch me off at any time and even have a snooze, and that's okay. But for now, let's lay down into Shavasana, lying down on your backs. Neither have your knees bent if your back feels quite tight, or if it feels comfortable for you, letting your legs rest down on the floor and the feet fall out to the sides. And then if it feels okay, taking the arms a little away from the body, palms facing up. And then take your awareness inside so that you can notice how you feel right now. Notice what's with you today. Perhaps get a sense of your energy, whether it feels slow and sluggish or whether you feel quite buzzed, and allowing whatever you feel to be okay. It's just your body expressing itself, expressing your day so far. So just noticing what's here. Feel your connection with the ground, all those points of contact between the back of the body and the floor. Dive into them, really inhabit them. It helps us to go out of the busyness of the mind when we dive into sensations in the body. So noticing heels meeting the floor, calves, backs of the thighs and buttocks, back ribs and shoulder blades, the backs of the arms, elbows, knuckles of the fingers, and the back of the head. And dwell, if you can, in all those points of contact between the back of your body and the floor. Not judging or analysing how you feel. That's just thoughts that come and go. But simply feeling sensation without any judgment, without any story. And then tune into your breath, into feeling your breath. Again, not judging it. It might be fast. Your breath might be slow. Maybe feeling it deeply. Or it might be shallow. So just noticing how your breath is. And it's breathing you fine. It doesn't need to breathe in any other way than the way it's breathing you. Notice your mind. It might be a little busy as you have just stepped into this yoga practice. And that's okay. Slowly with our practice, it will ease. And if you find that there's a few thoughts buzzing around, some to-dos or some plans, things that you haven't quite finished, just let them go. Maybe bringing a metaphorical finger to your lip and saying, shh, not now, later. And just come back to feel your breath breathing you. Noticing where you feel that breath in your body. Maybe it's on the lining of your nostrils, the tip of your nose. Maybe you feel it with the movement of your chest. Or perhaps it's in your belly. Allow your belly to be soft so that it can feel the breath. And over the next minute, we're just going to meet this breath meet the space around you. And meet this body just as it is. This body, this vehicle for your life. And slowly we're going to start to bring in a bit of movement with your practice. And allow your breath to move with your practice. So that now as we take the arms over the head and we lengthen the body, let that be an in-breath. And then as you exhale, let the knees sort of fall out to the sides, the feet fall out to the sides, the elbows bend, and we sort of flop as we exhale. Inhaling, full body stretch, lengthening and growing, and then exhaling, the whole body just flops. Inhaling, stretching, exhaling, releasing. Inhaling, stretching, and then as you exhale, bending the left knee in towards the body, and let the arms just hug that knee in towards the armpit. Let the right heel move away from you, lengthening the right leg. And then inhale, full body stretch. Exhale, bending the right knee in, gently hugging it towards you. Left leg long, left heel pushing away. And we'll just do this a few times, alternating, going at the pace of your breath. Inhaling, lengthening. Exhaling, bending one knee, hugging in gently. So we're not sort of forcing or pushing, we're just gently cuddling the knee. Lengthening the opposite leg. So just going at the pace that's right for you, alternating the knees. Next time you hug your left knee in towards your chest, let's just hold that for a few breaths. So lengthening the right leg, right heel. Feeling a stretch in the groin. And you might find that as you exhale, a sense of softening happening in that left groin. A sense of releasing. Allow your shoulders to be soft and your jaw to be soft. And then on the next in-breath, let's lengthen the body. Full body stretch, lengthening the sides of the waist, as if we're lifting the lower ribs away from the pelvis. We're sort of opening that space of the abdomen. And then exhale, bending the right knee in, lengthening the left leg. Let's hold that for a few breaths. Again, notice the shoulders. Are they squeezing and getting in on the act? They can actually be at ease right now. So can the jaw. It often wants to be tight and gripping, but right now, if we can loosen the jaw, it allows a sort of softening to happen in the shoulders and the pelvis as well. And then inhaling, full body stretch. And exhaling, releasing, bringing the arms down beside the body. Let the arms be soft and the tummy soft. And then we're going to inhale, lifting the left leg up towards the sky. And exhale down, maybe for a count of about 4 seconds, if that feels okay. Shorten it if you need to. And then inhaling the right leg up, inhaling. 3, 4. And then exhaling, 2, 3, 4. Let's alternate as we do this. Inhaling, lifting. And exhaling, lowering. Pausing if you need to have a rest, feel free to. It's not a flaw when we listen to our body, it's a strength. We're meant to listen to the needs of the body and respond. And the next time you inhale, lifting the left leg up, just holding around the back of the thigh, softening the shoulders back towards the ground, lengthening the right leg, pushing the right heel away. And let's just hold that for a few breaths. Oh, Flynn, my lovely dog has moved into the screen. That's it, you pop over there. And we're just taking a breath. And then you might find that you can take your hands up your leg a little and maybe guide the leg towards the body a bit. What we want to feel is a gentle stretch in the back of the thigh. So if you've already got that without needing to move your leg towards the body, that's fine. And then let's bend that left knee, hugging the knee into the chest, lifting the nose towards the knee, lengthening again through the right leg, and gently settling your head back down on the ground. Slide that leg along the floor. Arms by your side. Again, inviting the shoulders to soften. Inhaling, lifting the right leg up. And now let's hold around the thigh. And take some breaths here. Notice where you feel the breath. Notice if the breath changes, where you feel it right now. Might be in the tummy, might be in the chest. And be kind how you draw this leg towards you. If you sort of try and pull it beyond what it's ready to do, it's going to resist. The body will feel threatened, so it contracts when it's threatened. So if we just go on that soft side of your maximum, the body will feel safer, and then it will relax, so it will stretch more fully. And you might then want to take your hands up a little bit further if that's available. If not, you can keep them down where they were. And soften your eyes, sort of gazing at your toes gently. And then bending the knee, hugging it in towards the chest, lifting the nose towards the knee, lengthening the left leg. And then gently relaxing your head back down to the floor. This time, putting the right foot on the floor so you can lift your butt up and place your hands underneath the buttocks. And then slide the legs down. It just creates a little bit more space in your lower back. And we're going to aim to lift both legs up at the same time. But just to talk you through this, when we lift up the legs, we'll have a soft pelvic floor. And then as we lower the legs back down, I'd like you to think about sort of drawing your sit bones together and then drawing your pelvic floor up towards your navel. And that creates a Mula Bandha. It strengthens your core to allow the legs to be sort of winched down comfortably. So we're going to have a relaxed pelvic floor as we lift. And then the sit bones draw towards each other and the pelvic floor is sort of sucked up towards the navel as you slowly lower your legs. Inhaling, soft pelvic floor. Exhaling, drawing, sucking in, lifting up inside towards the navel. Inhaling, lifting. Exhaling, lowering. It's really beneficial to have that ebb and flow of the pelvic floor, that we're not always squeezing it up and tight. It needs to have the relaxation and the contraction to bring health. Sometimes we can over pull the pelvic floor. And exhaling down. Next time you inhale up, just soften the knees a little. And you might want to hold around the calves or the ankles. Or maybe you can hold on to the big toes, so your sort of middle finger, index finger and thumb holds the toes. And then move towards lengthening the legs, softening the shoulders. And let's just take a breath here. And imagine that your legs are like a pendulum. We're going to very lightly rock from side to side, massaging the back of the body. Massaging the spine. And then slow down to stillness. Inhaling, taking the legs wide. And let's just hold that for a few breaths. If you need to, you could have your elbows on the floor and your hands are like scaffolding or support the legs. Seeing what works for you. If you find that the stretch in the inner thigh is a little too strong, then just bringing the feet towards each other a little, so that we're not always pushing and forcing. That's uncomfortable. And then bringing the feet back together, bending the knees, hugging them into the chest, and gently rock from side to side. And then placing the right foot down on the floor, we're going to do a sort of a half happy baby pose. You might want to get a belt. I've got quite orangutan-like arms, so I won't need one. So we're going to bend the left leg as if we're bringing the thigh towards the chest. The sole of the foot is facing up to the sky. And then if your arms will reach, you could reach your left arm around the instep of the left foot and the right hand around the outstep. So it's like I've created, I'll show you, it's like I've created a figure of 8. This is where if you haven't got orangutan arms, you might want to use a strap instead. You can still create that figure of 8. And then you can choose whether you want to extend your right leg along the floor, which creates a bit more of a stretch in the hips, or if it feels more comfortable, have the knee bent. And then we're going to inhale, pushing the left foot into the stirrup of the hands. And then as we exhale, we're going to draw that foot down towards the floor. And the left knee moves towards the armpit. Inhaling, pressing into the stirrup of the hands. Exhaling, drawing the foot down towards the earth. Inhale, pressing. Exhaling, drawing in. Inhaling, pressing. Exhaling, drawing in. And then let's just take 3 breaths here, if that feels okay. If you need to come out sooner, then you could just rest in Shavasana for some moments. Notice your shoulders, allowing them to be soft. And then release the hold of the left foot and place it onto the mat. And we just do the same on the other side. So we're going to bend the right thigh in towards the chest. Sole of the foot is facing the sky. Right hand reaches around the right instep, or it can go just around the inside of the leg, or you could use your strap. And then the left hand wraps around the outside. Then we're inhaling, pressing that right foot up towards the sky, into the stirrup of the hands. Exhaling, the hands are drawing the knee down towards the armpit. Inhaling, pressing. Exhaling, drawing in. Inhaling, pressing up. Exhaling, drawing the knee in. Inhaling, pressing. Exhaling, drawing the knee in towards the armpit. And then let's just take 3 breaths here. Again, with the left leg, you can decide whether you wanted to keep that knee bent or extend it. Or you could change your mind halfway through if it feels too much at any time. And then releasing the hold on the foot, sliding the leg down. And let's just pause. Pause in Shavasana, palms facing up, feet falling out to the side. Reconnecting with the ground through all those points of contact between the back of your body and the floor. Meeting your breath. Meeting the weight of your body. And maybe the buzz of aliveness of your body. And then bending your knees. Bringing your heels fairly close to your buttocks. You may be able to feel the backs of your heels, and you may not, and it doesn't matter. Just glance at your knees now and check that they're above the hips. So we don't want them sort of rolling in towards each other or falling out to the side. Staying vertical. Going to inhale, taking the arms over the head. Let the arms settle down on the ground. And then tilting, lifting your tailbone up towards the sky as the lower back really presses into the floor. And then the sacrum comes up. And then one vertebrae at a time, peeling up. And then exhaling, flowing back down. The arms can flow down by the sides of the body. And let's do that again. So inhaling, arms flow over, resting on the floor, tailbone lifts, sacrum lifts, vertebrae lift, breastbone moving towards the chin, head staying planted and heavy. And then with your exhale, just reversing that, feeling each vertebrae come down to land, each one felt, and then the hands feeling the air coming back down beside you. And then you could either choose to continue with that flowing up and down, or next time to hold in the bridge pose, peeling off, lifting the navel towards the sky, pressing into the soles of the feet, lifting the inner arches, lifting the inner ankles, pressing the outside edge of the feet into the mat, and each toe feeling the mat. And then aware of your breath, filling the rib cage, relaxing the jaw, softening the eyes, feeling the support of the ground. And then on your next exhale, slowly, with awareness, really inhabiting the spine, feeling the spine meeting the floor, rolling back down. And then the arms move through the air to come back down by your side. Bringing the knees in towards the chest. Just going to do a gentle semi-supine twist, taking the arms out to the side like a letter T. Breathing in. And as you breathe out, let the knees fall down to the right side of the body. If the head feels comfy, it could turn to the left. Or if the neck doesn't feel comfy with that, you could just stay facing up towards the sky. Notice your shoulder blades here. Feel the shoulder blades touching the ground and the ground touching your shoulder blades. Breathing into the left side of the body, the left ribs, the left chest, the left waist and the left armpit. Feeling the breath flow into that left side. And feeling also the out breath as the body settles a little bit more fully into the floor. And then with the next inhale, inhaling knees back to the center and exhaling, knees down to the right, head turning, knees down to the left, head turning to the right. Again, finding where does your neck most comfortably want to be. And now awareness in the right chest, right waist, right side of the body, breathing into that side. And breathing out from that side, feeling it settle into the ground. And then on the next in-breath, inhaling, bringing the knees back to the center. Holding around the backs of the thighs. We're just going to gently rock and roll lengthways along the mat. Rounding your back as you roll down so you can really feel the spine having a massage. And then coming up, I'm just going to move my mat. It seems to be walking a bit. Taking your knees around so we can come onto all fours. Hands under the shoulders, fingers wide. And let's just gently let the fingers come down to the mat from the fingertips down to the base of the knuckles of the fingers. And this helps to just take a bit of the pressure away from the wrists. Knees are under the hips. Navel drawn in towards the spine. And then we're going to tuck the toes under and lift the backs of the thighs up behind. Head's just hanging. And let's walk the dog. Downward facing dog. Lifting and lowering alternate heels, bending and straightening alternate knees. And at the same time, we're really pushing the mat away from us, which allows us to lengthen the spine. And then slowing down and coming to stillness. Feel the heels drawn towards the ground. And then gently walk your feet towards your hands, as if you're sneaking up on yourself. Until you come to the front of your mat in Uttanasana. Nice floppy arms, torso just flowing down towards the ground. If you've got any tightness in your back, you might want to have slightly softer knees. And just be here, feeling your connection with the earth through the soles of the feet, the pads of the toes, the inner ankles lifted. And each out breath, maybe feeling the torso soften a little bit towards the mat. And then bending the knees, letting the chest rest on the thighs. The knees are sitting above the feet and the arms reach out in front, face facing the floor. And then inhaling, pushing into the soles of the feet reaching tall. And then exhaling, sitting back down. Inhaling, pushing the feet into the floor, lifting, lengthening. Exhaling, as if we're sitting back down into the chair. Inhaling, lifting, lengthening. And then letting the hands float down beside the body. I'm just going to turn this way so that you can see easily what I'm doing. Let's have the feet hip width apart, the shoulders are softening back, and the heart is lifted. And take some moments to connect with the ground, that sense of anchoring down. And feeling the floor as if you're feeling it for the first time. As if you've never experienced your feet meeting the ground before. Notice how it feels. Notice the subtle movement of your body. And then bringing your hands to meet each other at the heart. Inhaling, reaching up tall. And then exhaling, hands floating down by your sides. Let the palms meet each other. Coming back to your heart. Inhaling, reaching. Exhaling, releasing. Hands meet each other. Fingertips pointing down. And returning to the heart. Inhaling, reaching. Exhaling, hands flowing down. Meeting at the heart. And then coming to the front of your mat. Rooting down through the left foot. You're feeling your connection through the left foot. It's almost like we're emptying the right leg, so that all the weight now is going into that left foot. So we can step back with the right leg. Allow the left knee to sit above the ankle. Taking the left arm forwards and the right arm back. And just glance down to see the big toe on the inside of the left knee. And just prevent the knee from rolling in. Soften the shoulders away from the ears. Feel your feet sort of pushing away from each other. Notice the sense of your body lifted and erect. And if somebody was holding your right hand and pulling you back, there'd be this sense also of reaching forwards. And then allow the left arm to rest on the left side, just lightly, sweeping the right arm up and over. Feeling that length, that stretch all along the right side of the body, from the outside edge of the right foot up through the leg, and the hip, and the waist, and the chest, to the fingertips. And then glancing to your left leg, softening it a little, and imagine this hand is like a pendulum, excuse my dog, and let it roll all the way down towards the floor and up towards the sky. Let the left arm reach down, and it might be reaching the knee or the calf or the ankle. See where it settles, and then have a chat with your neck. Notice where it wants to be. Does it feel comfortable to look up at the hand, or does it prefer to look down? Find where the neck really chooses to be. And if my hand were on your right shoulder blade, push into my hand to open the side of your body. Feeling that opening in the right waist. And then bending your left knee again. Let's move back into the warrior 2. Softening the shoulders. Letting the right hand settle down on the right thigh. And turning the left palm up. We're reaching tall. You might be comfortable here, or you might want to sort of wiggle your left toes forwards to sink a little deeper, allowing the right hand to slide down your thigh. But these are all, they're just invitations. You choose which ones feel right for you. Also, does your head want to look up? Does it feel more comfortable looking straight ahead? And then we're going to let that left arm float down to behind the body, interlink the fingers, soften the shoulders away from the ears, and then let's humbly bow down the inside of the left leg, lifting the knuckles of the hands up. What you can do, you can allow this left thigh to be like a shelf to support your shoulder if you need to, or you could dip that. Head's just hanging, so there's no tension in the back of the neck. And then releasing the hands, letting them fall down to the ground on the inside of the left foot. And then let's walk the hands around, turn the left foot to the right, hands walk to midway between the feet, just under the shoulders, and let's hinge from the tops of the hips. Floppy head, heavy torso, releasing the arms and the shoulders. And then notice your feet, lifting these inner ankles so that we're not rolling in on our insteps. Feel the feet sort of pushing away from each other. And then walk the hands on towards the right foot, turning the right toes to the right. And then hands either side of that right foot. We're just going to push off from the left foot, big push into a forward fold again, softening your knees if you need to. Nice heavy torso, arms released and soft, head hanging, navel drawn in towards the spine. Relaxing the jaw. Arriving in this moment, not anticipating what next, but being fully here. Feeling what here feels like through the back of the chest, the shoulders. Feeling how here feels for the backs of the thighs. And the feet meeting the floor. Noticing this delicious moment. And then bending the knees, sitting back so that the chest rests on the thighs. Extending the arms out alongside the ears. And inhaling, pushing into the feet, reaching up tall. Exhaling, sitting back. Inhaling, pressing into the feet, lengthening. Exhaling, sitting back into the chair. Inhaling, reaching tall. And then exhaling, letting the hands float down by your sides. And out of the way. And then coming to the front of your mat. Feet under the hips, shoulders softening away from your ears. Reconnecting with the ground. And now rooting down through the right foot. Sort of sinking into the right side of the body, emptying the left, so that the left leg now can lift up and back. Bending the right knee so that it sits above the ankle. Extending the right arm out in front and the left arm behind. Softening the shoulders away from the ears. Meet the feet. And feet pushing away from each other. Glancing down to see your big toe on the inside again. That dignified, lifted torso, as if the left arm's sort of trying to pull you back, but you're also trying to reach forwards. Warrior. I like to think of it as the rainbow warrior. Warrior for all that we hold dear. And then letting the right arm rest on the right thigh, sweeping the left arm up and over, lengthening the body. Feeling that stretch of the whole of the left side of the body now. Notice where your neck wants to be, where it feels most comfortable. And then gently, almost straighten that right leg and let the left arm be a pendulum that swings down. Maybe it strokes the floor, reaches up for the sky. And the right arm reaches down for the ground. Feel that wingspan, fingers to fingers, fingertips to fingertips. Notice where your head wants to be. Does it want to look down, or out to the side, or up? And again, imagine if my hand were on your left shoulder blade, pushing into that shoulder, opening the side body. And then bending the right knee, let's windmill back into Virabhadrasana 2, softening the shoulders away from the ears. Re-anchoring through the feet pressing away from each other, rooting down, and then the left hand settles on the left thigh and the right palm faces up. We reach up for the sky. Feeling that stretch along the right side of the body. You can either stay here or wiggle your toes forwards to sink a little deeper towards the mat. Maybe your left hand slides down the back of the left leg. Meeting your breath. And then letting that right hand float down. Let it feel the air. Let it feel how the sensation changes as the arm lowers and the blood flows back into the arm. Fingers interlinked behind the body, shoulders moving away from the ears. And then we bow forwards to the inside of the right leg. And the knuckles of the hands lift up towards the sky and the head just hangs. Relaxing the jaw. And softening the eyes. Feeling the ground. And then releasing your hands. Come down to the inside of the right foot. The right foot turns to the left and we walk our hands sort of midway between the feet and the body softens forwards. Oh, and just allow the whole of the torso to be soft and floppy. Nice ragdoll head. Maybe give it a nod and a shake. Lifting your inner ankles, feeling the outside edge of the feet pressing into the mat. And then floating your hands up to the hinge at the top of your thighs. Lengthening your spine so that it's sort of parallel with the floor, tabletop flat back. And then let's hinge up. And release the hands. So at the moment your feet are pointing forwards, but if you press in, say, to the heel of the left foot, you can then guide your right foot so that it's sort of following the line of your leg. And then you could press into the heel of the right foot and do the same. So the feet are following the line of your legs. And then we're going to let the fingertips meet each other. We're going to inhale as if we're drawing into the breath into the diaphragm. And then as we exhale, turn the palms down and let the knees follow the line of the feet. We exhale, pushing all our energy, rooting us down into the earth. Inhale, lifting the arms up towards the sky. And then to exhale, we release our hands and the legs slowly straighten as the arms settle down. Fingertips meeting. Inhaling, drawing into the diaphragm. Turning the palms down, exhaling. Landing in the floor. Wonderful grounding practice. Inhaling, lifting the arms. Knees stay bent at this point. And then as we exhale, the legs straighten and the arms settle down. Let's just do that one more time. Inhaling, drawing into the diaphragm. Exhaling, palms facing down, knees following the line of the toes. Inhaling, reaching. Exhaling, releasing. And then just walk your feet, heel and toe your feet in towards your body. And you can either just make your way down to the ground, or you could come down through a squat. So bringing your hands together in Namaste, and then bending the knees, allowing the elbows to come to the inside of the knees. It doesn't matter if the heels aren't on the floor. You can always put a cushion under your heels or a book. A dictionary is quite handy. Lengthening the spine, feeling your connection with the ground. And then taking your hands down towards the floor, letting your feet sit back. And we're going to settle now down onto the floor. We're going to settle with knees bent at first. This is a really useful nourishing position for the psoas. It allows the psoas to relax. And what can help that? It's a practice that was first I read about it through a book on the psoas by a lady called Liz Koch. And she describes this flowing practice that nourishes the psoas. I've adapted it a weeny bit. But we're imagining, if you can, breathing in through the soles of the feet, breathing in towards the knees, and then exhaling, allowing the breath to flow down through the thighs as if it's like a waterfall bathing the pelvic bowl. And at the back of that is where the psoas lives. So inhaling as if we're breathing in through the soles of the feet up to the knees. And then exhaling, feeling that exhale tumbling down through the thighs into the pelvic bowl. And just continue with this for a few breaths. And each time you breathe out, feeling the whole body soften. The tissues melting. And then, depending on how your back is, you might choose to just stay here for the settling and relaxing, or you might want to let the legs come down to the floor, the feet fall out to the sides, palms facing up, and meet yourself in Shavasana. If you have a blanket nearby, you might want to cover yourself with a blanket now, taking the time to make yourself as comfortable and cozy as possible, knowing you're really worth it. Meeting this breath. Feeling all those points of contact with the ground. If you're hearing a rumbling, it's my dog snoring now. He's moved into Shavasana as well. Breath flowing in, breath flowing out. Becoming aware of all the points of contact between the back of your body and the floor. Noticing how your body feels now. The sensations and aliveness of your body. The feeling of Team You resting in this moment. Noticing the space around you. The space that holds your body. And imagine that this room, the air in this room, is filled with kindness. That kindness is woven into the air itself. And with each breath in, you're breathing kindness into your body. Each breath in, this breath of kindness is filling your lungs, being breathed into your cells and carried to all the organs of your body. Kindness in your heart, in your liver, kindness in your kidneys, in your digestive system, your brain, bathed with the breath of kindness, your muscles, soothed with the breath of kindness. Kindness flowing through your tissues, nourishing, soothing. Kindness acknowledging you just as you are. Kindness accepting you just as you are. Flynn, I'm just talking to my dog now. Kindness, allowing this moment to be just as it is. Breath flowing in, bathed in kindness. Kindness accepting you right here, right now. Perfect, just as you are. Now becoming aware of the space around you, the space within you, your connection and support of the ground. Any sounds that come to your ears, the scent of your room. And your body breathing. And notice that right now in this moment, there's nothing missing. You are whole and complete. And in your own time, you might choose to just rest here for 10 or 20 minutes. Maybe you want to roll onto your side and have a snooze. Listening to the needs of your body. Or you might choose to move towards wakefulness, maybe having a stretch, a body yawn, maybe hugging your knees in towards your body. Gentle massage of the back, rocking and rolling. And then in your own time, rolling onto your side. And with no rush at all, just slowly making your way up to sitting or kneeling. And as best you can, allowing how you feel right now to move with you into the rest of your day. Not feeling that it's left here on your yoga mat, but to carry this presence of mindful body awareness with you for the rest of your day. Bringing your hands into Namaste. A place of peace in me salutes the place of peace in you. Namaste. Thank you for sharing the practice.